statue of Christopher Columbus stands in Worcester Square. Now, some people see this as a representation of Italian heritage, while others wonder why we even celebrate the holiday at all.
They took thousands of lives. So, I mean, what are we celebrating?
Ted Brown was one of multiple people who spoke on behalf of local Native Americans at Southern Connecticut State University. He believes earlier explorers, like Columbus, shouldn't be celebrated when they oppressed thousands of indigenous people.
They don't want to believe what happened before and what they did before.
Columbus Day has long been a hurtful reminder of the violent oppression of Native Americans. Around the country and at home, protests against Columbus were held. Rallies were held in New Haven, and red paint was thrown on a statue in Rhode Island. Ali Elisa's late wife Ingrid was of the Nominee Nation tribe. She was an activist for indigenous people's rights. While on a humanitarian mission in Colombia in 1999, she was killed. He now carries on her work through the Flying Eagle Woman Foundation, named in her honor.
Defending the indigenous people rights, the indigenous people's sovereignty, the indigenous people culture.
He believes indigenous people around the world deserve recognition.
It is about time to recognize the indigenous people in their own land.
I agree with Indigenous Peoples Day, 100%. It just shouldn't replace our day. Columbus Day's our day for Italian Americans, throughout the country, and really all immigrants completely.
Michael Lombard sees Columbus Day as a celebration of generations of Italian Americans who have immigrated to America. During the late 1800s, Italian Americans were oppressed over their culture and were considered inferior humans. In 1982, they chose the Italian explorer as a way to humanize themselves. Lombard believes Columbus has become a scapegoat for bloody Spanish conquest of the 1500s.
He took 4 really brave journeys across the Atlantic that changed the face of the globe and the global economy forever.
Both groups going through levels of oppression and hate that are still relatable to cultures hundreds of years later.
In order to survive in this world today, they are going to have to get along.
And while the debate over the holiday continues, Brown hopes that the talk of Indigenous Peoples Day will make people more aware of their struggle. He hopes that all people can one day live in peace and harmony. Live in New Haven, Dave Puglisi, Fox 61 News.